Hi everyone, welcome to week 27 of our 2016 Home Organizing Challenge. Join me here every week as I give you a simple task to focus on throughout the week, and I'll help you baby step your way to a more organized home. This week and in the next few weeks to follow, we are focusing on that fun time of the year called back to school. So all of our kids are getting ready to head back to school, and whether they're starting school for the first time, starting preschool, kindergarten, maybe they're going into middle or high school, it doesn't matter what age they are, what school they're going to, there's one thing that they all have in common, and that's paper. Whether it's homework or correspondence for you to sign and return to the school, or artwork, right? Who can resist this cute little turtle? We want to keep it all, but we're overflowing with paper. So I'm here to help you this week, and we are going to set up a system that works for you and your family to help you keep all of this paper contained. So I'm here to show you a few things that I want you to get started on this week. Now, when it comes to incoming paper that needs to be signed and to be returned to the school, or things that are your responsibility as a parent, whether it involves your child getting involved or not, I would recommend setting up whether it's a bin or a basket or something like what we use, which is a binder. And this is just our homework slash needs to be signed slash all of the contact information for school. Everything that is my responsibility or my husband's responsibility, it's all in here. So what I've done is just set up a binder with some of these little poly pockets, and these pockets are great because not only do they have a tab, so you can write on the tab a separate section for each type of paper, but you can even fill those those pockets with the specific papers. So you don't even have to use the clear page protectors if you get the tabs that have the actual pockets. So these are really, really handy. You can get them any office supply store. You can get them, I believe, at Costco. Actually sells them in bulk, so that's a nice way if you're going to end up using a lot of them over the years, because you might be making a separate binder every year depending on how many kids you have and how many papers come through that you want to be keeping. So just something to keep in mind. So what I've done is just set up this binder really simply, and I have a section for things that need to be signed. So as soon as that paper comes through my door, if there's something that needs to be signed, I slip it in here. And then on a weekly basis, I can get my week started by going into this and seeing, is there anything that I need to have signed and returned back to the school. Again, it's a way to keep track of it so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle at home under all of the other things that are floating around. So I have an area for things that need to be signed. I have an area for my daughter's schedule, so if anything comes up with that. I have correspondence from the school, so that's not something that needs to be followed up on, but just anything that comes from them, I can put that in here, and then I have it to refer back to if I need. Any volunteer opportunities, so if I sign up for something, I'm going to put it in here, so that way it's all contained and I know exactly where it is, and I know that I'm supposed to be bringing snack on whatever day. So once it's all in here, it's all contained, and I know exactly where it's at. You could make it nice and pretty and add a front cover sheet to it if you wanted to. I just know that this blue binder is my school binder, and so that I just go to that when I need it. All right, and so now we are going to talk about artwork. So no matter what age your child is, they're going to come home with artwork. My daughter's in preschool, and so really they come home pretty much every day with something. And while I want to keep all of it, I know that that's not possible. So what we've decided to do is actually set up, it's kind of a similar system, but it's a binder system for all of the artwork. And it's anything that will fit into an 8.5 by 11 clear pocket protector, page protector. So that's what we're using in this binder. So any of those papers, as you can see, that will fit in here. I just slide them right in. If it's something that's little, I actually put a white piece of paper into the pocket paper protector, and then I'll slide the artwork into there. And so what I've done here is this is just everything that she has created, over time. This is actually from birth through her first year of preschool, and it's all in here. And then what I can do is go through and maybe at the end of the year, flip through and see if there's something that I really don't need to hold on to. Those scribbles that I thought were so cute at the beginning of the year, maybe I don't need to keep those. I did keep kind of a sample of her scribbles throughout her first year of preschool, which was really cool. You could see kind of the transition and how she kind of started drawing circles and shapes and things like that. So whatever you think is important, whatever you think you're going to look back on and really cherish, you want to keep those things, and you want to keep it in a way that you can honor it. You could put everything in a box, and I know a lot of people use boxes instead of binders, and that's fine. If that works for you, then get a little plastic tote. You could have one for every year that they're in school, and you could fill that plastic tote with all of those pieces of art, and that's wonderful. My children prefer binders, I think, because then they can sit there and flip through it like they're looking at a book of their own work, and I think that they really enjoy that. So those are a few different things, and we do have one going for my youngest as well. She's only 2, but every time you go to the library or to some event, it seems that they're bringing home some artwork from that early age. So it's exciting to see that she's got her own binder and she loves it. They sit down next to each other and they flip through their art books, as they call them, and they just look through everything. So get a system in place now. Don't wait until school actually starts. Spend this week focusing on figuring out where you're going to put those papers as they come into the house. Because if you wait and you're a few weeks in, you're going to see that it's very hard to get out from under that pile. It's much easier to get the system in place now. Go to the store, buy your binders. These are a 2-inch binder, which I find is the best size because the artwork isn't always flat, so that gives it kind of enough room to flow and be a little bit flexible. So go get your binders, go get some clear page protectors, have all your supplies ready, and then that way the first week of school, when they start to bring you home all of those great keepsakes, you can just put them right into your book and move along. All right, well, good luck. Let me know how it goes and leave me some comments this week. Let me know if you are coming up with any other challenges related to school and back to school time, and have a great week. Bye-bye. Thank you.